This is everything about rooftop tents, one of the key pieces of your overlanding setup.
Hey, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kendall.
And we're Gearheads here at Backcountry, enjoying some time mountain biking and overlanding in southern Utah's desert.
Today we're going to talk to you guys about everything rooftop tents, specifically a soft shell tent versus a hard shell tent.
We'll cover setup, functionality, how many people can sleep in each, price, and fit for your vehicle.
This is everything about rooftop tents, one of the key pieces of your overlanding setup.
Sweet, man. Well, talk to us about this Roam rooftop tent you have mounted onto your RAV4.
This is the Roam Vagabond tent. It's big enough for 3 people easily. It's one of the biggest tents I've ever seen, honestly. The footprint is super impressive. Setup time is pretty good for a soft shell tent, and I think it looks really clean when it's packed down on the vehicle too.
Nice. How is mounting it? What do you use?
Yeah, so I had to first get some pretty beefy crossbars. I ended up going with a crossbar tray from Front Runner, just so I could support all the weight, both dynamic and static. Mounting, I thought, was like pretty straightforward. You just have to get your hands in some little spaces, and it doesn't require any crazy tools. Basic wrench sets should cover it, and yeah, pretty straightforward.
I'd say one of the cool things about Kendall's setup is it looks pretty good. It fits the roof footprint pretty well. It doesn't actually look as big as I thought it would look, but when it awnings out and expands in size, you really have a nice footprint and a home base for your adventures.
Easily big enough for like me and my fiance and our 70-pound dog, no problem.
Tell me about some fun features. I know there's like internal pockets, maybe a moonroof. Like, what are some of your favorite parts about the tent?
Yeah, the moonroof is big, and it's nice too because even with the rainfly on, it has a clear plastic window, and so you can still get natural light in there even with the rainfly on, which I really like. It has shoe holders that hang out on the outside so that you don't have to get dirt and mud into the tent. And then on the inside, there's like places to hang your lantern. There's little pockets for you to put, your phone and whatever else. We actually slept up there last night, 2 people up there, and I stuffed all of my coffee, my French press and everything into a corner, and then we make coffee in the sleeping bags in the morning.
One of my favorite things about the soft shell rooftop tents is the annex that's available. It's not pictured here because we don't really need a whole lot of privacy. We're in a pretty remote campsite here on Gooseberry Mesa. But if you're in a bit more of a campground style setup where there's people passing by, the annex extends down, covers a ladder, and provides you a privacy zone for changing. Or to hang out if there's some bad weather.
Yeah, and even without the full annex, this thing is nice because you still get this overhanging area, and so you can stuff gear in next to your vehicle if you just want to keep it dry and protected, and you don't even need to use the big extra annex if you don't want to.
And the ladder is there to support it all.
Chris, why don't you tell us about your hardshell rooftop tent?
This is the Thule Tepui Basin hardshell rooftop tent, 2-person. Pretty low profile rooftop tent. A couple things I like about it: the ease of setup, the profile while driving. It's a little bit narrower than a soft shell rooftop tent, so it's a more compact package. There's ladder mounts to go on either side, so you can, depending on where you're camping, set up the ladder on either side. Some nice windows front and back, and a pretty sleek package altogether.
Yeah, do you like the way it looks when it's closed up?
Yeah, it's, on a vehicle like this, when the tent is enclosed and it's all strapped down, it's basically an inch or 2 above the cab of the truck, so it's a nice slipstream. Kind of looks like a topper on there almost. Another cool feature is in the wintertime, you can unzip the soft part of the tent, take out the mattress, and use it as a ski box.
Yeah, it doubles as a cargo box, which is super cool. This model also comes in a wedge style. Why did you go with the pop-up version?
Pop-up is ideal if you're a little bit taller, maybe than 5'9", 5'10". It allows for more foot room and also headroom. You can sit up there, say it's raining, you can play some cards, read a book, hang out, enjoy your time in there, set up some lights, and you really have a nice, comfortable space. I will say, if you're looking for maybe a couple plus a kid, or something that can sleep 3, I would opt for a soft shell tent. There's a little bit more maneuverability, a little bit more space, maybe some more headroom in there. This is a nice compact package, a little bit easier to set up, a little bit more slipstream for just 2 people, maybe 2 people and a dog.
Definitely. Are there any standout features that you can't live without?
I'd say the durability of the hard shell is nice for me. You're not worried about the kind of tarp-like canvas exterior when it is down. Something you can leave on your vehicle year-round, not worry about a huge impact in gas mileage, scrapes and abrasions, and the super comfortable memory foam pad in there. The headroom is nice for reading a book, maybe playing some cards, and also the setup and teardown is within minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a pretty significant difference in setup and teardown between the two tents. What would you say your setup is on this one? Like 3 to 5 minutes?
I'd say like 30 seconds to a minute and a half.
Yeah, really quick. And then what about putting it back down?
Probably like 2 to 4 minutes.
I would say in comparison, I'm sitting at probably like a full 5 to 10 minute setup and then like a full 10 to 15 minute teardown.
Yep. And I'd say the higher the vehicle, the harder it is. So if you have a folding out soft shell rooftop tent on the cap of a Ford F-250, super high off the ground, that's going to be a headache. Getting all those zippers to line up and everything is tough. These, you just kind of stand on the tailgate and flip the hatches. There's some nice auto extending hydraulic arms inside that just lever the roof of the tent up, and it's pretty easy peasy.
Basically sets up for you.
Yep. Yep. And there's some nice straps on the inside too that keep the fabric combined and nice and tight when you close it to go away from camp. Cool. So now we'll dive into price difference. Hard shells are going to be a little bit more expensive. The exterior material is pricier. The form and functionality of them is a little bit more user-friendly. That being said, I think there are a grip of rooftop tents on backcountry.com that are soft shell that are more in the $1,700 range, a little bit easier entry-level price range as opposed to a $3,500 rooftop tent. So if you're looking for your first rooftop tent, I think soft shell is a great way to go. Depending on the tent, you can typically fit a few more people. They make 3-person options where hard shells are typically just about a 2-person.
Yeah, if you only need a 2-person tent and you want to save on cost, a soft shell 2-person, like you said, would be in the sub $2,000 range, which is definitely a nice option if you're just getting into overlanding.
Sweet. Well, leave a comment below. Let us know what your favorite style of rooftop tent is and how you set up your vehicle for your weekend adventures.
If you have any questions about your setup in terms of compatibility or installation, be sure to reach out to a gearhead and we'll be sure to answer all of your questions.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and keep an eye out for more videos. Have a good one. We'll see you on the trails.
You.